Some big transfer news for the BBC today as Rangers are reportedly weighing up a move for Christian Eriksen. Welcome back to Fog Football. Well, let's just get it straight out of the way. Christian Eriksen will not be signing for Rangers Football Club. Why? Well, because it just doesn't make any logical sense. We're talking about a guy that be on a lot of wages, right? Definitely not as good as he once was, like nowhere near. And he's very slow. His legs have went in a weird way. It could be like the Joey Barton siding of what 9 ago. It could be that's what it could be. Siding the guy you think's going to do well, but he's not. Obviously, when that rumor floated about with Luka Modric joining David Angelotti about what 3 weeks ago, you'd rather Luka Modric than Christian Eriksen. Guy was starting for Real Madrid. Also, playing for Manchester United ain't what it used to be, pal. Absolutely not. I mean, look at Man United. We took them pretty close at Old Trafford, and you know what? It's an actual. It's a massive missed opportunity and borderline disgrace. We didn't pick up anything more than a defeat, like at the end of the day. But anyway, Christian Eriksen, of course. I mean, when was the best spell of his career? Probably around that 18-19 season with Tottenham when they got the Champions League final. That's Kane, Dele Alli, Eriksen, Human Son. That was a good. You got likes of Vertonghen. What's the other guy at the back? Oh, the Belgian, the back Vertonghen, and his name's absolutely eluded me. But you know what? It doesn't freaking matter. Hugo Lloris as well. Some really good players. Really good players Tottenham had back then. Unfortunately for them, um, well, I'll say unfortunately for that. Well, I mean they are much worse now, Tottenham, but another team that's much worse is Man United. We're not signing a player from our brilliant Man United team, but Christian Eriksen, if he was to sign for Rangers, which by the way, it's not going to happen, right? The wages alone would be ridiculous. At least with Modric, I seen some scenario where he was offered a player coach role alongside his pal. It was the slimmest hope ever, but it could have happened. I just don't see any point of going for Eriksen. I don't, man. I really don't. There's another player we'll get into in this video, Lennon Miller. It's like I'd rather just. Well, I mean, of course, I'd rather sign Lennon Miller, but the price tag that's been floated about tells me that Rangers aren't going to pay it, and well, Celtic aren't, and Rangers definitely aren't going to pay that. But it's 144 caps Christian Eriksen's got for Denmark. I mean, that's fantastic. 46 goals as well. I mean, you can't really dispute that. In terms of his stats this season, he played 35 games, 5 goals, and 6 assists. So 11 goal contributions in 35 games. That's averaging a goal or an assist every three and a bit games. Not the worst record in the world. I mean, absolutely not. But in terms of Europe, he got 9 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. Don't think he got any assists against us, or definitely didn't get a goal. Because actually, did he whip in the corner that Butland put in the back of the net? He might have, he might have. But yeah, Eriksen definitely not in his prime anymore. Of course, those scenes during the Euros. Thankfully, I mean it's fantastic to be honest that Eriksen was able to continue playing football after the the Euros. He managed to come back, got that move to Brentford, and then he managed to get a move to Man United, which he's actually spent 3 years at, which is weird, isn't it? 3 years he spent there. It's weird to think he was also at Inter Milan. People tend to forget that one, but for me, if I was to rank the likelihood of this deal happening, I don't even know, man. I mean, about a one, it'd be close, probably closer to a zero than it would be to a one. But we'll just get a one for the sake of it. I mean, it is a guy whose highest market value was at 100 million before, but his contract's up. There's no fee that would be involved. It'd just be a signing on bonus and wages, and maybe at the age of 33, he'd just accept it. Well, maybe, maybe I can go to Rangers, a big club, but with Eriksen and guys like this are in the early 30s to late mid 30s. I think Saudi Arabia, MLS or Saudi Arabia is where this guy's probably going to end up going. Now, according to former Old Trafford assistant manager Mick Brown, he's the one that actually came out and said that Rangers are considering a move ahead of his imminent departure from Man United. I don't buy it, right? But something that I do buy, potentially a lot more, is that Sunderland are preparing a £10 million bid for 18-year-old Motherwell midfielder Lennon Miller, who made his first Scotland start on Monday's win away to Liechtenstein. So, of course, Lennon Miller's been linked. Well, let's just start with the Old Firm then. If they're preparing 10 million, that tells me that it's going to be a minimum of 10 million that Lennon Miller's going to go for. Rangers are certainly not going to pay 10 million for Lennon Miller. And Celtic, as much as they could, I mean, Rangers could as well. I mean, if Raskin goes for 25, Rangers could take 10 million and put it on Lennon Miller. For me, that would be a brilliant piece of business because you're selling Raskin for 25 million, right? Brought him in for 1.5, made a lot of profit there. Then you're buying Lennon Miller for 10, on which you're easily. See with Lennon Miller, see the fact that Motherwell are selling Miller potentially for 10 million. The Old Firm are going to triple that. If Lennon Miller went to the Old Firm, he would break the transfer record unless somebody else comes through in the next couple of years, right, and does magically well. So to me, it would just be an investment, and also you're getting a fantastic player for a couple of years, man. It's a no-brainer. As for Sunderland, of course, beat Sheffield United in the Championship playoff, so they're into the Premier League. And is Lennon Miller good enough to start for Sunderland in the Premier League? It would be a big step up. There's no doubt about that. But I tell you what, Sunderland have not been afraid in the past of pushing young midfielders. Jude Bellingham currently, I think currently, he was playing for Sunderland, but he's went and moved to Dortmund for like 35 million euros, about 27 million pounds. So it just shows you it can happen, and that was the highest received transfer they've made. And I think they've looked at Lennon Miller and went, you know what, we got Jude Bellingham in, sold him for big bucks. We can get Miller in for 10 million. And if he goes to Sunderland and he has a couple of good seasons in the Premier League, Lennon Miller could go for like 50, 60, 70 million, man. That's no. You look at the state of the prices that get fired about in football, man. It's it's about time we stopped selling some of the players short that play in the Scottish League. Absolutely, easily could. You could go to Sunderland, and then a team further up the Premier League table could take him. I mean, honestly, I look at like Man United. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that could lead that Manchester United midfield for the next decade and a half. Lennon Miller could be that guy. He could be. It's a sort of signing you could have definitely seen like a Sir Alex Ferguson making. Ruben Almiron, not too sure, but yeah. And I guess it comes full circle because Christian Eriksen's leaving United. And Lennon Miller would be a good bet. He's only going to get better, man. And he's only 18 as well. We're not talking about a guy, well, he's 23. No, he's 18. He's the hottest prospect in the league. He's getting better with every passing game. If you've seen him in the flesh, you'll know how fucking good he is. And yeah, Lennon Miller, man. 10 million, easy. Easy. And what a deal for Motherwell that would be. Imagine 10 million, man. I wonder who they'd spend it on, but 10 million's fucking brilliant.